the American citizens, UK citizens, and the Canadian citizens. They use that as an opportunity. They positioned as people that were in need of this help, and then they infiltrated the system and cashed out with a huge sum of money. So some of these threats were not envisioned in the 2019 cyber threat scale or report. Nobody knew that COVID-19 was coming to shut the world down in the first half of 2020. So that was an amazing platform for cyber attackers to really cash out. So this figure for this 7.9 billion is double what happened in 2018. Now 2020 tripled everything that happened in 2019 because there was a lot of cyber attack. People's information were hacked. There was people's information were exposed from all angles. Now, with the scale of cyber threats set to continue on the rise, the International Data Corporation predicts that the worldwide spending on cybersecurity solutions will reach a massive 133.7 billion by 2022. That's this year that we are in right now. Governments across the globe have responded to the rising cyber threat with guidance to help organizations to implement effective cybersecurity practices. Now, there are a whole lot of free trainings. I don't know about your countries. There are a whole lot of free trainings out there for cybersecurity experts, for people to come into cybersecurity, for us to be able to have more hands in the cybersecurity industry. You know, a lot of persons, a lot of organizations, government has released funds rather to people, to bodies, to entities. In Nigeria, for instance, there was a collaboration between the federal government and what's it, Halogen, to train cybersecurity experts. Like what we are doing, for instance, at CyberSec Haven, it is another means to be able to bring in more cybersecurity experts into the industry. A lot of people have done so many things to make sure that we have much or more cybersecurity experts being introduced into the system. Kayode, please, can you help me look up on the chat box if there is any message for me? If there is anything that needs my attention, please call my attention to it. Kayode, you're on this call, right?
Yes, I'm on the call. Nothing for you for now. Just go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, if there is anything, please call my attention to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So cybersecurity is a growing industry and is still in need of skilled professionals. The global cybersecurity market is expected to grow from $170 billion in 2017 to $202 billion in 2023. The demand for cybersecurity jobs has risen significantly over the past few years. More than 1 million cybersecurity jobs will be available by 2023, but less than 400,000 cybersecurity professionals will be trained by then. Cybersecurity is an ever-growing industry. It is projected to grow by 11% in 2023 and by 20% in 2025. This is the fast-paced career with a median salary of $81,000. So, like I was just saying, it is very important to bridge people in this space, in this career, because it is growing. Less than 400,000 people. Meanwhile, there are over 170 million jobs opportunities out there. So it is very important that you position yourself in the light for you to be noticed and then be able to work effectively in the market. Now, the need for cybersecurity. This model will focus on the need for cybersecurity as technology continues to advance. The world is progressively dependent on technology, and this dependency will continue as the birth of new or next generation of technology is introduced. The growth and development of technology has impacted positively on human life and businesses. On human life and businesses, rather. And okay, so what we are talking in essence is that cybersecurity keeps evolving, and we need every hand is needed on deck. You know, businesses, human lives, everybody needs cybersecurity to be able to live their life freely. Imagine level of virtual reality that we are getting to now. I saw a tweet that said,
Leo, can you move around?
No longer hear you.
Breaking.
Is it just me or Leo is off already, please?
Yeah, so he just stepped out. Let's wait for him a bit to come back. The network is crazy.
Àwọn pé tọ́lọ́ bá bómi láti kí n bára ọṣẹ ojú mi yẹn. Ọṣẹ ojú mi yẹn dẹ̀fẹ́ ó máa ń là sórí tí bá ti ṣe ojú ààrẹ àṣepé tí bá ti tẹ sọ́wọ́ títí nígbà tó kàn máa ti sọ sí ìgbà.
Please, can you mute?
Can you mute?
Mama, mute yourself.
Àtàbọ̀ bá tọrọ àtẹ kékeré sọ́wọ́ bá tó máa ń kó àwọn akókò sí ìgbà.
Mama, mute yourself. Mama, mute yourself.
Please mute your mics, please.
Tó bá ti ra díẹ̀ kókó àti díẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí náà máa ń tẹ̀. Tó bá wù kó máa lò.
Leo, welcome back. Please help us mute that person that is making noise.
Can we all see my screen?
Yes, we can. We can see your screen.
All right.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
we
see
can.
it.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I think, okay, so 1 minute, please. Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. 1 minute, please. Okay, my system has hanged, but I think I can just continue. But I can't use my slide any longer. Now I can present my screen, but I can't use my slide. This is some enemy in progress. Okay, so like I was saying, the CIA tried. So confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Yes, so this is the CIA tried. So confidentiality, integrity, and availability. What does this mean? So we move on to the next one, which says confidentiality. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sincerely sorry for this. So embarrassing. Yeah, so confidentiality ensures privacy by confining access through authentication techniques in practice. It's about restricting access to data to prevent authorization disclosure. This involves ensuring that only those who are authorized to have access to the information system and those who are unauthorized are actively prevented from gaining access. Common threats to confidentiality of information are eavesdropping, man-in-the-middle attack, insider threat, snooping attack, encryption, cracking, and the rest. So confidentiality, like the words imply, confidence, to be confidential, just to not allow who is not supposed to have access to this information have access to it. That is just the simple definition or explanation of confidentiality. Do not allow those who are not supposed to gain access. Who does not have supposed to have access. Now, confidentiality is as simple as I am making a call with Oluwaseun that any other person on this call is not supposed to hear. For instance, if you on Zoom right now, there is a part that says send message to. So is it like a private message? So that message is not supposed to be intercepted by anybody. So, but if anybody is able to see the message I sent to Oluwaseun or Kayode personally, it means that confidentiality has been broken. Confidentiality has been taken out of place. So confidentiality is supposed to be that nobody has access to the information I am sharing. Nobody is able to have access to what I'm saying or with who I'm saying. Nobody is supposed to gain access to it. And one of the common threats for confidentiality is eavesdropping, like somebody listening to what you're saying. Man-in-the-middle attack. That's their man-in-the-middle attack or insider threat or snooping attack. So man-in-the-middle attack, like I give this an illustration a lot. There was one of a cyber threat I worked on. It was, I can't call that an attack because it wasn't a successful attack actually. So there is a goat company that sells goat. They have their clients that has reached out to them. So they're in the process of negotiating. There is a man in the middle listening to their conversation. So all he was just doing, he was waiting. There's an email going on, let's say, between CyberSec Haven and myself. So I'm the person that is purchasing the gold. CyberSec Haven is the company that wants to get the gold. Where we're discussing, and there is you who is just sitting on the corner. Let's say Kayode, for instance. Kayode is just sitting, listening to our conversation. He's reading our mails. He didn't say anything. He was just there because he has cloned my account, not CyberSec Haven account. He has cloned my account. So the moment he has closed CyberSec Haven account, rather, is in CyberSec network. So the moment he hears drop account details, the moment they've agreed on how much they are going to pay, how much they are going to charge, rather, he just CyberSec Haven dropped their account details for the person to pay. He deleted CyberSec Haven account details from the person's inbox and then paste his own. So what these guys do is they are as fast as they can. They are ahead of you 20 steps. So once the conversation is going, they monitor the conversation and they think ahead of you. So they know when the conversation is going to get to drop their account details. So they could drop their account details before whoever is supposed to drop their account details. So they drop their account details and then they go back to CyberSec mail and delete, like I'll go back to CyberSec mail and delete the sent mail that he sent, the one he sent, he will delete it and go to my inbox and delete the one CyberSec sent to me. I hope you guys are understanding. So now I have his email address, I have his account details rather, and the CyberSec doesn't know that I do that. So the moment I drop the payment, bam, he moves out. The only saving grace for the gold company was that the person that was supposed to clear the money for him doesn't have the clearance to clear such amount of money. The money was in billions of dollars. So the person doing that, their pickup agent, doesn't have the clearance to move such magnitude of money. That was the only saving grace for the company. They were able to notice that there was a perpetrated attack, man-in-the-middle attack. So confidentiality, that's one of the problems with confidentiality, man-in-the-middle attack. So the next thing is integrity. Integrity ensures that data is accurate and can be trusted. It ensures that data sent from one point to another has not been altered.
I'm sorry, can you guys hear me? So I think network has kicked our host out. Babatunde, kindly, okay. Can you guys hear him?
No, we can't hear him.
Okay, but can anybody hear Leonard?
No.
No, I can hear you, but
we can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, you can hear you. We can hear you now.
Yes, I can.
I'm sorry, guys. The network is really terrible. I'm very sorry. We are sincerely sorry.
You understand.
Leonard, okay. Continue the recording.
All right. Yes, we are recording. Yes. Wait. Oh, shoot. It stopped recording. Let me start again. I'm sorry. I started recording now. So, all right. We are up now. Okay, so I'm going back to integrity. Let me take integrity again. Integrity is ensuring that data is accurate and that data can be trusted. That any data sent from one point to another has not been altered. It's just having the confidence that this is coming from the direct source. This is coming from the source it claims that it's coming from. For instance, you receive a mail saying that your what do they call it? Your PayPal or your bank has shut down, and then they need you to come to they need to click on a link to be able to do whatever they want you to do. Oh, okay, my screen. Am I still sharing my screen? Can you see my screen?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing that now.
No.
Okay, yeah. But you can see now, right? It's up now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So and then having a solid mindset that this message has not been destructed, that has not been destructed rather, while ensuring that the authenticity and non-repetition is intact. Now, I was given an analogy of your bank sending you a mail, which necessarily we know is not your bank. Now, if you get such mail, there should be some level of integrity if you get a mail from your bank, knowing that, yes, it is my bank sending me the mail, not having a mail from your bank that is not from your bank. You get my point? Maybe your bank has been hacked, or your bank has been taken over. Imagine GT Bank being hacked. That is a trouble on its own. Just sending out message on Twitter, maybe complaining about GT Bank or MTN, for instance, you will see some accounts messaging you, we are sorry for the problem you are going through. Please click on this link to let's attend to you. I'm sure you've seen that before. You just tweet out that, what I saw in GT Bank today, oh, it's so messy. And then, bam, you see a GT Bank on your comment section saying, Mr. So we are sorry for such an issue you faced today. Please reach out to us. If you do not take note, you will not know that that's not GT Bank sending you a message. But if you watch carefully, you see that there are loopholes to indicate that this is not GT Bank. But let's assume that that message is from GT Bank, but it's not from GT Bank. For instance, GT Bank, they send that message from a GT Bank handle or verified handle, but it's actually not GT Bank that sent that message. If you trust that message and go ahead and provide information that you need to provide, the integrity of the message has been broken, the authenticity has been broken, and there's no confidentiality because it's someone else you're actually talking to. So the CIA triad is encompassed in all of cybersecurity, from confidentiality to integrity to availability. So by now you cannot even trust your bank again because you've been duped once from an appropriate channel that your bank used to communicate with you. So, but right now, everybody has some level of integrity when it comes to their bank, because such thing has not happened. The moment you see a verified account, you see GT verified account send you message, you have this assurance that it's from GT Bank. But if you see one loophole like a GT Bank _ help, and you now see one extra name, then you can't trust such message or for what is it. But the moment it's coming from the direct source, there is some level of assurance you have. That's what integrity does. Availability. Information systems are of little or no value to organization and its user if they cannot be accessible when needed by authorized users. Availability means that information system, e.g. systems, network application should be up and running. It ensures that authorized users have timely, reliable access to resources when they are needed. Do you know that if you want to sue anybody, we have the right to sue MTN and all network providers in Nigeria, and we'll be able to get our money and get out. If Nigeria is a working system, actually, where we should. Is there anybody that is agreeing to what I'm saying? Because one of the issues we are facing tonight is the issue of availability. We pay for this network, but they are not available. I hope you get the point. That is just one of the issues with availability. Now you know that this thing is there, but it's not available. You know it's there, but it's not available. So how do we now go about it? One of the threats that availability faces distributed denial of service, DDoS. So they make sure that your network, you have your network, but your network is not working. We are paying for a network to be available, but it's not available, you know. So the network is not available, just like we're facing tonight. Network keeps kicking people. I just imagine this is an important interview. You're meeting with, let's say, Joe Bidin, for instance, and you are not able to log on. With the coming of this payment for a verified tag for Twitter, how can we be sure that setting of knowing who is exactly real? Okay, so let me tag this one quickly. So Elon Musk said he's going to. So now, if you have an account that doesn't have what they call it, Progy or Progy on it, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you do not have that on your account, you are not entitled to keep the account. Yeah, Parody rather. You are not entitled to keep the account. They will block the account forever. So you have to have Parody in the account so to be able to keep the account. So in that way, that can be tackled. So back to our topic. Availability. So availability is just having whatever you want to make information successful, having it available at your doorstep or at your disposal. The moment those things are not available, the CIA triad has been broken. Like tonight, CIA triad has been broken several times because of the availability of network. Do you have any question in regards to availability, integrity, or confidentiality? Is there any question before we move on? Does anyone have any question? Does anyone have any question? Okay, I have a question. Yes, Seth, please go ahead.
Please, I missed that part of integrity, problems to integrity.
I didn't get you. Common threats to integrity.
Yes, she said she
is that what you're talking about?
The part of the threats of the threats in integrity.
Threats in integrity. Okay, physical compromise. Definitely, it's GT Bank that will be held responsible now. But this country, nobody is held responsible for anything, because the only part that integrity is broken in, for instance, for GT Bank, is that, like we see here, physical compromise of device to device and human error. So it might be that one of their what they call it, one of their workers or employees have mistakenly clicked on a phishing mail or on a malicious mail, or a malicious link rather, and their system has been taken over. And then the bad actors are in their network, using their network to send unsolicited messages to their customers or clients. So now, if those messages come, that is a problem with integrity. So one of the beautiful thing about the CIA threat is that the compromise of any of the CIA threat doesn't come from you, it comes from this provider. Like for availability, it has to be that your network is compromised between the both ends. It's not one end. So integrity now, it has to be from the person providing the service to you. I mean, there is no level of integrity that you can't send GT back message and they want to know if it's you or it's not you. You understand? Then for confidentiality, it's just availability rather, the message has to be available and it's still from them. Like I think MTN made a tweet yesterday that they are sorry that their network is down. Until this moment, they've not done anything about it and it's still messing up. Yeah, so next, vulnerabilities, exploits, and attacks. Most of these topics will be dealt with in-depthly during the course of the training, while we go on with the training. Like the next training you're having, the next topic is cyber awareness, and most of this topic will be dealt with like deliberately, and we'll dig into it well. So vulnerabilities, exploits, and attack. Vulnerabilities are weaknesses, errors, or defects that can be used to compromise a secure network. Examples are missing a broken authentication and security misconfigurations. So vulnerabilities are just there. They can come from the manufacturer, and they can be as a result of your negligence or your errors from you actually. So it's just a vulnerability. It can be exploited, but it's still there as a vulnerability until it is known it's not a threat or it's not an attack yet, but it's just there as a vulnerability. Until it is exploited, it's not a problem, but it's there. So the moment you notice a vulnerability, what you do, you patch it immediately. You look for a way to take out the vulnerability. Missing or broken authentication. For instance, you notice that, okay, you are supposed to put a code somewhere that ensure that anybody that wants to sign in into a computer should put their password every time. Let's say your network should put their password every time, and then the code is not there. So it now gives them access to a one-time login. So that person can log in into your network, and whenever the person is in the area, the person will keep logging into your network. So that is a vulnerability. So that person can now log in the day you were not aware and then do anything they want to do on your network. The exploit. Exploit is a means of leveraging a vulnerability for a malicious purpose. Examples are software, open source exploit, or sequence of command. So now, once a vulnerability is open, people now leverage on that vulnerability to exploit it. You get the progression now. There is a vulnerability. Now it's exploited. Without a vulnerability, there cannot be an exploit. So now there's first a vulnerability, then before an exploit. So after the exploit, there's an attack. It's from the exploit that you get the attack. Attack refers to making use of an exploit against the vulnerability. So now there is a vulnerability that is spotted. You now exploit it to attack the system or the network of a company. So now you've noticed that there's a vulnerability. You notice that and this is one of the work of bug hunters. They look for vulnerabilities in codes, in websites, in security apparatus. Look for vulnerabilities. Look for missing codes or thereabout. Look for it. Though some of them now report it that, okay, we saw these vulnerabilities, and the organizations can now say, okay, we're going to pay you some amount for what you've done, and then thank you for what you've done, and then they patch it, or they can even ask you to provide solutions if you have the solutions to such. But now, if you're not a good bug hunter, maybe you're not a bad actor, and you notice those vulnerabilities, you cannot exploit those vulnerabilities to attack the organizations. I hope that is clear. First, there's a vulnerability is exploited for an attack. That's the move it takes. So what is a cyber attack? Attacks are becoming advanced and challenging as attackers make use of sophisticated techniques to target and disrupt systems. Cyber attack is a malicious attempt to breach the information security of an organization or individual. Cyber attack is an attempt to gain unauthorized access to a system or network to cause disruption, extortion, or for the sole purpose of theft. They can be caused by someone or in or out of an organization. Most cyber attacks rely on comparable methods. Let's take a look at some common cyber attacks. So now, cyber attack is getting sophisticated. If you think you know of cyber attack yesterday, there is another one. Tomorrow there is another one. The moment you wake up, there is a new attack. Attackers, there is a book we reviewed in the community, which we are going to refer to this cohort as well. Once you're done with your training, you review a book. It's called The Attacker's Mindset, The Art of Attack. The attackers are having the attacker mindset, thinking like an attacker. So now, how does an attacker think? These guys are, like I said before, 20 steps ahead of the normal guys. They are thinking of how do we exploit these guys? How do we exploit this? Right now, there is a quote we saw in the book that said, why attack a machine when you can attack the human? So now it's not even about the machine any longer. It's about the human. You attack human. You exploit the human. You hack human. The moment you get access to the human, you can get access to his machine. But you can get access to the machine without getting access to the human. So the moment you're able to exploit the human, you can get access to their machine. So the attackers are brave. They will his network, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'll keep saying I'm sorry. You know, it's just terrible. So where was I actually? Attack,
why
right?
Attack? Yes. Why attack? Okay. You are giving a sort of a quote. Why attack a computer when you can attack the human?
Okay, thank you very much. So these guys are steps ahead. So they think faster, and then they innovate new attack every day. So as a cybersecurity expert, it is your duty to start thinking like an attacker. You wake up, you think like an attacker. Before you sleep, you think like an attacker. Every day of your life, you think about like an attacker. So you prompt yourself to know what is in vogue, what kind of attack is in vogue. And now this brings us to types of attack. There are few, we just mentioned few types of cyber threats and attack. Okay, the form is up. The form is up. Please look up for the form. Thank you very much, Ivier. Please, you can fill the form now. The form attendance is up. You can fill your attendance now. Now, these are few, which you're going to see a whole lot of them later. You are going to see a whole lot of them. There is phishing, there is social engineering, there is virus, there is man-in-the-middle attack, which I made mention of shortly. There is ransomware, there is Trojan, there is romance scam, which is very popular. It was very popular in Nigeria a few years ago. I'm not sure it's popular again now. Facebook dating, online dating, it was very popular then. I think when I was in secondary school. Malware and a whole lot of them. So these are few that I just felt like mentioning, but there are a ton of them. Actually, this curriculum is what we take for like a week. It's a week training where we're trying to compress it into a day training. 2 days actually. The next training is still going to be, the next class rather, still going to be on this. Or we're just trying to move as fast as we can so that we can cover a whole lot in the next 6 weeks. So, please,
sorry to cut you, Leo.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Please, everybody
Yes,
should
I
fill
can
the
hear you.
attendance form now. Please, it's urgent, please. If you're here, please fill your attendance form. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila. Yeah.
Where
So
is the
man in the
attendance
middle
form?
attack. Sorry?
I can't
What
see
you
the
say?
attendance form.
Okay,
I
it's
can't
there
The
now.
see
link is on. The link is
There,
there. The
chat
link
box.
is there. I just reposted it
There's a
again now,
link.
please.
There's a link on the chat box. Can you see it now? If you're filled, no problem.
Okay,
If you
yeah,
already
I'm
filled the
reflecting.
form, if you
You
already
only
filled
need
the
to
form,
fill
not
the
a problem.
forms, right?
Okay. All right. So let's
You only
continue, please.
need to fill the form once, correct?
Yes, once, please. You can fill the form. Just fill the form once. If you fill it, it's not a problem. All right. So, if you please, can you help me be posting the form regularly? Because as message is coming in, it will disappear. People will
No
only
problem.
see
No
it.
problem. I will. I'll
Yeah.
repost again. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So, man in the middle attack, like I have explained it earlier, is a criminal intercepting communication, stay in between the communication, listening to the communication of one or two parties. And once the communication is profitable to him, bam, he leaves with whatever information he needs and initiates an attack. Malware means malicious software. One of the most common cyber threats. Malware is the software that a cyber criminal or a hacker has created to disrupt or damage a legitimate user's computer. Now, you go to Ikeja, you say, give me software, give me 200 naira own, give me Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. This is very common among photographers. I'm a photographer and I know this very well. This is very common. We hate to buy softwares. And as Nigerians, it's common among Nigerians. We hate to buy softwares. Just go to Ikeja, say, give me Photoshop 2022. They say it's 300, they say, give me 250. And then you collect it and you just go home with tons of malware. And then you are shocked why your system is hanging. And then you now uninstall antivirus. Now, you now uninstall antivirus. You now uninstall antivirus to be able to free space in your computer. You have you not seen that before? You say uninstall something, you now remove the antivirus. You say it's chopping space. I'm not able to see what it's doing. You say they say capacity is you need to pay. So in order not to pay, say it's not doing anything. You just uninstall it, and then you start using the software. You now using Photoshop 2022, and you're not surprised why your system is hanging. But listen, your system will hang. There is no two ways about it. So malware, it's very common. Free software carries malware, and you go and download some screen recorder, free screen recorder, especially app. This is very common with app as well. Matchmaking apps. All those matchmaking app, check my face to see if to know how many, or to know my son, or rather you put your face, put that of your boyfriend, and then he automatically brings out your future child, or it brings out the old you. There was a time one of this stupidity was running that people were put their face, and then it would bring out the old them, the young them, and the old them. They're like some nonsense. These things carry loads of Trojan and then malware. This Trojan, they just sit there. They don't do anything. They just sit there looking at you until you are ready to initiate. I heard one that those things they copy your data, they copy your information, and then they sell them. They sell them in the information market. Are you worried? Are you surprised why Facebook doesn't charge you? Unlike a lot, I just started this $8 stuff for Twitter verification now. Well, are you not surprised why you've never been charged for using this old face stuff? Yeah, those guys are crazy. They just stay, and you think it's free, nothing. They sell your data. They sell your data. They leak your data to black market. One of the beautiful things about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other legitimate platforms is that they don't sell your data to the wrong people. But all these other face app guys, they sell it in dark webs. They sell it to criminals, and they use your data as they like. And the worst part is that you will not use your hand to click, I agree, I am not a robot. So you just tell them, and you just tell them that with my full chest, I have authorized you to go ahead and do with my data whatever you want to do. So it is very tricky. It is very tricky. I know, yes, we like free things are sweet, but watch out for free thing. The moment you become a cybersecurity expert, you are 100% legitimized to have trust issue. Today, you are being vetted into having trust issue. This is your initiation to being a trust don't trust anybody. If there's any language like that, you've initiated. Please, how does, okay, let me take that, please. Sorry, hold on, guys. Please, how is this data being sold through malware? Okay, so most of the times when you say, when you click on the confirmation of I agree, and some persons some persons list it at that. Do you agree to use your data to sell your data to organizations seeking to buy your data? And because we do not read most of this, because most times they are 4 to 5 pages. You click yes, that you agree. So now these guys carry your data for Facebook. Have you wondered that you just chatted with somebody on WhatsApp and say, mommy, I think I want to get sneakers. I want sneakers for my birthday. And throughout that day, what you see on Instagram and Facebook is sneakers. Sneakers all through the day is sneakers you'll be seeing. Sneakers vendors, and everything. You just tell somebody that I think I want a HP laptop on WhatsApp. And the next thing you'll be seeing is HP laptop. Through all the HP laptop vendors will just be on Instagram. They will be channeled to your page. Those things are informations that were sold to them. And that is what WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, that is what they use to make their money. So once they sell your data, that's no two ways about it. They sell your data. So the prospective buyers buy your data. Even Google, prospective buyers buy your data, but they are legitimate buyers. They are legitimate buyers. So they buy your data and they use it wisely. They use it to, there is this thing, is AI, AI data analysis. So they use to analyze your data, and Google is a monetary spirit. So Google analysis, they gather those data and use to analyze what you want, just to know what you want. And it's artificial intelligence, like you know it. So now everything you want is channeled to you. It's just like you are now wondering, how will I be thinking about sneakers? I'm seeing sneakers today. We've talked about it on WhatsApp now. So they've copied your data and they are chucking it down your eyes. So they sell those things to intending company. But these other guys that are not legitimate, this free other app that you are downloading, they sell their own to dark web. And any hacker can just copy your details and then just use it. Are you not surprised how you just stay? You start receiving email for some things that you never registered for. Some organizations just send you email. Yeah, those that were being sold to them. There's this one, Brainstorm or something. If you followed recent Brainstorm, they said they are hiring. All the people that are registered or applied for those jobs, none of them are gotten job. Brainstorm, yeah, I think it's Brainstorm. So what they do is you apply for the job, they'll set an interview, they'll speak to you, you'll not see job. They'll sell your data, to intending buyers. And then those buyers keep sending you mail, and you're just surprised. I didn't register for anything. How am I getting this mail? Someone is busy selling your data. It's the market. It's not wicked people. It's the market. If you are in a position, you will do it. So it's just how it is. So yeah, Brainstorm, yeah, that's the company. So they sell your data, and it's a block money. It's big money. It's billions of dollars. The information security market is a $1 billion market. So once you lose that and you send out your data like that, guys are waiting. They will feast on you sharp. They will stop you rush. You know, so they don't. It's not a thing of negotiation. So it is very important to preserve yourself. Like I said before, tonight you'll be initiated not to trust anybody. Any link, the lead admin, I'm sure she's on this call, Gracie. Anytime I send a link and I forget to state what the link is for, she will never click on it. Leave that link for 2 weeks. When you come and say, "Do you not see what I say?" Say, "Oh, okay, not state what it is for." She's a SOC analyst and she's a malware analyzer, so she knows what that is. If you send her a malware link, it's finished. You know, you can take over her system. So she understands that. Sometimes I'll send her a link and the next is, "Oh God, what is this for?" And I have to explain that, okay, this is what it is. So you have to be very conscious, like you on your alerts, on your antenna, whenever you see a link, you'll be like, let links look like cutlass are guns to you now. Let it be like somebody is after your life. When you see link, run and ask, what is this link for? Is it from someone you know? Ask, what is this link for? And if from somebody you don't know, please hover over the link. Now, if you're using a computer, it's very important. Carry your mouse. Can anybody see my mouse? No, you can't. Carry your mouse, hover over the link. Once you point your mouse on the link, you'll be able to see. So if, for instance, if GT Bank sends you a message now, for instance, I'm just saying, or if Ali, managing director at GT Bank, send you a message and they now send you a link to click on, hover your mouse over it. If you now see that it has www.gtbank.com/, there is always an attachment. Those attachment is where they will just carry you go where you do not know. Only for you to just, yes, they will carry an additional URL along with it. So that URL just they'll carry you trabaye, they'll carry you go where you do not understand. And the next thing you are shouting, I will draw my money. You just be pam, 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 everything is going. And most times it's not even about your money, it's your identity. It might be that your Facebook is gone. It might be that your Instagram is gone. Typo squatting is another means again. So there are different means that these guys use. They just add different types of link and then they embed it on those texts. Now it is now more sophisticated. Like the mail I sent yesterday, if you received, if you Otilo, it's gone. Sorry if you are not a Nigerian on this space. I'm sorry. We just use some of our slangs. I'm very sorry. I was going to say something now. Okay, one of the mail I sent yesterday, if you see, I shortened the URL. I shortened the URL into a text and said recording to yesterday's meeting, and say link to Zoom, and then I added another one, link to the presentation link. So now that is one of the sophistication. Again, you might just feel like waiting there, you just click pam, Otilo, it's gone, it's gone. You can't see it again. It's just like they sweep your phone in Oshodi. It's gone, it's gone. You can't do anything about it. So it is very best you hover your mouse over it. Somebody will say, but I'm not using a computer, it's on my phone. Copy the link. Copy the link. I didn't say click. Copy the link. Go to your browser, paste it. You will see everything will just open. Just like this below. Everything open. Just copy the link, take it to your browser, Chrome or Mozilla or any browser you're using, and paste it. Don't click, don't send, don't hit enter. Just click, paste it there, and then leave it there. And you see the URL completely spelled out, and then you'll know if it's malicious or if it's not. So let's move. We've dwelt a lot on malware. So ransomware, like the name implies, ransom. Ransomware is they lock down your files or your network and ask you to pay some level of ransom before they erase your data. Yeah, virus data is very, So most of the things you'll be getting in the next class is links to some of these what they call it, materials you can read. Like virus data, you can use virus data as well. Post the link there, paste the link of virus data. Virus data will let you know if that link is malicious or not, and how many people the link has defrauded, and the rest of the thing. You just give an analysis of what the link is about. So ransomware, they will lock down your computer or your file and ask you to pay some certain amount of ransom before they release your data. Some companies in Nigeria has been affected with ransomware of recent. For instance, Uber, and then what other company was that? I think one of the betting companies too was affected earlier this year or middle of this year with ransomware. So these things are very key. And the money that they request for is not small money. They ask for volume of dollars, billions of dollars, sometimes millions in cryptocurrency, untraceable. So if you think that you carry police go arrest them or your level, yeah, Bet Nigeria, thank you very much. Bet Nigeria was hacked earlier this year. They had a ransomware attack this year, and they were asked to pay some huge amount of money. I didn't even know how that matter ended again. I'm not sure they ever said anything about it. So these things are very critical, and you need to look out for these things critically. Virus, if you grow up in Nigeria, there was a time that before they started making all these inbuilt memory phones, there was a time that memory card was raining. There was a time that to know how big you are, it's the level of yes, virus data is a website. Yeah, so it's the level of gigabytes you have in the memory card. So you have like the young boys use from 8 gig, 4 gig to 8 gig. The bigger boys use 16 gig to 32 gig. If you are using 32 gig, then you are a boss. 32 gig. Later we now have 64 gig. Man. Now there are some phones now that cannot collect some kind of memory cards because of maybe the inbuilt or the rest. So Yeah, memory card virus was crazy, you know. So those viruses were now instilled in memory card. Now, if you have a memory card that has a virus, if you don't remove it in the phone, it's gone. Now, if you remove it from a phone and put it in another phone, that phone automatically carries the virus as well. Most Nigerian companies, blah, 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 against them. That's why we didn't get the details of. Yeah, that's true. And I'm an advocate, rather. We're working on some things to make sure that people report their cyber attack. It's very critical. We're working on it. We're working on it seriously. We're trying to push the Nigerian government to find people, place a fine on them if they did not report. Place a fine on them. We're trying to make sure that people report their cyber attack because it will help others to avoid them and it will give us the ability to be able to gather enough data. You know, so yeah. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, there was a lot of virus, and if one memory card has a virus, you put it on that phone automatically takes the virus, and if you put it on another, so it's a very serious issue. Virus. One of the questions they asked, like that is synonymous to "Are you all right?" is your memory can get virus. If you want to give me anything, if your memory can get virus, please, you can keep it. It was a very fun time because for those virus, once your phone has that virus, your phone will be hanging. They will now give you some antivirus, or they will ask you to flash the phone. You're not going to flash the phone. You take the phone to these guys that sit under the umbrella. You're not going to flash the phone. Man, the evolution of technology has been amazing. The evolution has been amazing. People are suffered. You go to a shop, or one guy under the umbrella, he'll connect his cord, and then they'll help you flash the phone. The phone becomes brand new. The virus is gone, and then they give you another memory card. And it's just keep going and keep going like that. Understand? It was just an amazing time. So this virus, there are sophisticated ones that can be sent to your system. And the moment you send something from this one, you don't even need to carry memory card. The moment you just send something from a system to another system on the same network, automatically the virus goes there. So that's just virus, just like the way it is in the human virus. Nokia C5, yeah, those are the phones then. C5, C3, Asha, Nokia Asha, those are the phones then. So once the virus is just like the normal human virus too. The medical virus, like the HIV, if a contaminated blood touches another person, the person automatically is contaminated. So the same way it is, if a contaminated network is transferred, or an infected network transferred something to another network, that network automatically is contaminated. Every system, every device on that network is contaminated, is infected. So that's how it works. Just the same way it works medically, that's the same way it works technologically. So phishing, this is your pata of cyber attack. If you do not fear any cyber attack, fear phishing. This phishing can bring the high to the low and take the low to the lowest. No matter who you are prone and you're vulnerable to phishing. You can only plead blood of Jesus, but once it happened, it happens. And just every morning, my boss, Iriti, will say, that's Mizeke. Mizeke will say, every morning she wakes up, she pray for her staff before she even pray for her family. Because if a phishing may hit you and just an act of negligence or fatigue, or a played on your emotion and you click that link, it's gone. It's gone. Click on this mail to confirm your PayPal account. Otilon here is gone. There are a lot of all these phishing mails, and one of the ways phishing mail work is they play on your emotion. They play on your emotion. So they can just send you a mail and say that if you don't click on this in the next 2 hours, your account is gone. Let me give you a story. Late last year, I was hacked. My Facebook was collected. That was one of the things that even gave me the impetus to jump on cybersecurity. I was driving one hot afternoon, and then I was struggling in Lagos traffic. I was struggling to maneuver my way, and then I got a call. I picked up the phone, and hey, who is this? And there was this group that I joined. All this cryptocurrency group. Put this one and get that one. I was in the group. So the guy now picked my number from there and called me that that the manager of the group called him to ask me to join a meeting, that they are setting up a meeting. Mumumi, who I deal with, supposed call me, join a meeting. But I wasn't balanced because I was in traffic and I was trying to get myself together. I don't pick calls when I'm driving. I don't know the devil that came around that day. I shall start talking to the guy. The guy was like, he's going to send me a link now to join the meeting. I'm like, join the meeting. Now he said it's very important that they selected some persons and they asked him to represent Nigeria. And because I'm always tackling them because they ran away with our money.
over my 100K has gone to the drain for in the hand. That 100K was supposed to give me like that something million naira, you know. I was looking forward to it. They ran away with my money. So because I always tackle them, so me, I felt like the person wants to speak with me, maybe to get my own point of view on why our money is delaying. So that's how I click on the link to join meeting. The next thing I saw was the guy telling me to click on yes. I said, click on yes, okay. I now click on yes. Vehicles money for me. That's the last time I heard from my Facebook and my Instagram. My Facebook was connected to my Instagram. Everything was gone. Everything. My Instagram, then I'm a documentary photographer. My Instagram was one of my portfolio then. I didn't have the knowledge of saving my job on Google Drive and the rest. My Instagram was gone and my Facebook was linked. Like, yes, so they want to use 100K to collect at 30 million. It wasn't easy. They played on my emotion. So they played on my emotion, correct, and I fell for it. So one of the things they do is they play on the emotion. They try to get you to act swiftly. Like they put some sense of urgency in it. And when you see how urgent it is, you say want to follow up. Some will say that if you do not click this in the next few hours, that your account will be shut down. And you don't want your account to be shut down. Imagine you having some money, some dollars in your PayPal account, and then they tell you that they want to shut down your PayPal. Shut down, okay. Oh yeah. You click on the link to redeem your account, and that's the end of it. And they'll tell you that an OTP has been sent to you. And yes, what is the number that I sent to you? Let me use the number to log you in. You tell them the number is gone. You know, so phishing is very technical. Phishing is very technical. As you are speaking there, before we used to say, look out for the mail, look out for the messages, look out for what they send. But now, these guys are sophisticated. These guys are as brilliant as, if not more brilliant than you are. So they can compose good email. Sometimes when you see some emails, you are not able to even tell that it's a phishing mail. Except at the end of the day, you just go to the URL or the link attached to it. There was also a major cryptocurrency a major cryptocurrency attack that happened this year that I heard of. The organization, those guys reached out to the organization. They reached out to some persons. They post a job vacancy, and some guys in the organization reached out to the job employers. So they went through a series of interviews. They interviewed them. They took them through rigorous training, and then they sent them a mail to join a meeting. That's how they gain access to their network, and they wiped the company's cryptocurrency. They wiped it out. They wiped it out. So now you have to be very careful with phishing mails. And if at the end of the day, if you become a cybersecurity expert, or when you become a cybersecurity expert and you're hired, please do not use your work mail, your work phone and your work laptop for personal use. Don't use your work laptop or your work phone to open Instagram or to open your personal mail. Please, I beg you in the name of God, so that you not go to jail. Because at the end of the day, when investigations start and they find out that an attack was perpetrated through you, you will go to jail. You will go to jail. And one of the people they look for is the security guys. So please, I think we've dwelt on this. There are many more. There is Trojan, there is social engineering. Social engineering is another mad one. On Twitter, you don't hear something like, what's the name of that beautiful man that gave it to you? Or Ben is not a game, it is social engineering. Drop your date of birth and find your birth mate under this place. It's social engineering. Once you drop those details, they know that people use their date of birth and then their mother's maiden name as their password. So they pick these details and they use them to brute force. So brute force is trying to guess password. They use this thing to guess. There's a spot on Kali Line or some other hacking devices that you can use this. So they put different password, they brute force with different password, and you might not be the end point of this attack, but I bet you 1 or 2 persons are always victims of this attack. By the time they brute force over 100 birthday or over 100 mother's maiden's name, they will be able to get 1 or 2 accounts that they can compromise. So social engineering is another brute, B-R-U-T-E force, brute force, B-R-U-T-E force. So social engineering is another sophisticated type of attack. So, but we are going to talk about attack frequently in the next class. Now, there is a misconception that cybersecurity is 99% technical. That is a lie. That is a big lie. Cybersecurity, there are many non-technical careers in cybersecurity, and you can effectively work in cybersecurity without having a technical background. I didn't have a technical background. I studied mass communication. My dad was an electrician. I used to be an electrician. I studied mass communication. Later, I delved into photography, and today I'm a cybersecurity expert. And so anybody can become a cybersecurity expert in no time. You don't need to code. If you don't want to code, there are career paths for you that you can go into. If you don't want to code, careers in cybersecurity, security GRC, there's pen tester, there's SOC analyst, there are forensic, a whole lot of them, cloud security, plenty. So GRC analyst is the governance, risk, and compliance. These guys are responsible for the assessing and documenting of the institution's compliance and risk posture as they relate the information access. So there's GRC, there is SOC, there are two different things. So GRC, they basically help the organizations to set up protocols, set up compliances. For instance, I use this analogy like fire service, for instance. Not everybody in the fire institution carries what do they call this thing? This is that they used to fire extinguisher to go and quench fire. Or not everybody is on the rescue team. Some of them are just. Please mention some non-technical roles. GRC is a non-technical role. GRC is a non-technical role, and I'll mix them up and you'll get to hear about them. So, so there are some persons that will just work. Like, let's assume if Nigeria was a working system in some working country, if you want to open a shop or a restaurant, for instance, different organizations will come and register, to come and check your compliance if you are in compliance with their rules and regulations. For instance, the fire guys will come to see if you have a fire extinguisher, if you have your fire alarm, your kitchen smoke extractors. Those guys will come and check those things. Now, for food, the food and drugs regulatory will come to check if the products you are using are registered and they are in compliance as well. So the same thing it is for security. We have compliance. Those guys that will come and check your security posture if you are in compliance with what you are doing. Then pen tester, these guys have the authorization to hack into your organization. They have the authorization. They are given the authorization to hack into organization's network to check, to simulate if their network is strong enough to withstand attack. Without similar attack or more sophisticated ones. One of the problems with penetration testing is that you must hack. You must enter the network. You cannot go. There must be a vulnerability. You must enter the network. You can't go. So that's that. There's SOC analyst. A SOC analyst is the person that SOC, for instance, is a security operations center. So a SOC analyst is responsible for all activities that occur within the SOC. So ethical hacking is the same thing as pen testing. Ethical hacking is the same thing as pen testing. So it's just, we have ethical hacking, which is white hack, black hack, and then gray hack. So black and gray are non-authorized. White is authorized, which is the same thing as penetration testing. So penetration testing is the organizational name for it. Ethical hacking is just like the roadside name, but pen testing is the organizational name for it. So the SOC analyst is in charge to take the day-to-day activity of the SOC center, the security operations center. So it takes charge of everything that happened, and they report to they work with the security engineers and then the SOC manager. They give detailed awareness via detection, detect, and they try to contain and then remediate every threat that they find in the security network or in the organization network. So another non-technical career is the cybersecurity instructor. You don't need you don't need to know coding to be an instructor. You can, just like I'm doing now, you can be an instructor, and then the end well. Don't get who earns more, tech guys or non-tech guys. I don't get that question. Everybody is team tech, but non-technical, everybody earn their money. I mean, GRC expert are in money too. Who will tell you that Mrs. Reti is poor? Mrs. Reti, that's Miseke on Twitter. She is a GRC specialist, and I can't tell you, you won't tell me rather that woman is poor. So everybody has their part and they have their money for it. Just look at these things, check for career paths and their salaries, and then you'll be able to tell that nobody earns poor. So instructor, the cybersecurity instructor, like I am doing now, all you just have to do is you develop curriculums and then you teach cybersecurity. That's just your job. You don't need to break it, you don't need to hack. All you just have to do is teach You know, so cybersecurity awareness trainer, this is another lucrative part of cybersecurity. You come together, you teach people the importance of cybersecurity. You go to organizations like what we just finished last month. It was cybersecurity awareness month. I knew a lot of guys who went out there trying to sensitize people about cybersecurity and, you know, let them know the importance of cybersecurity and how to keep their system and their network safe. This is a cybersecurity trainer. You go around sensitizing people. Cybersecurity analysts, these guys are responsible for implementing threat protection measures and security controls. So these guys are more technical. They are more technical than the awareness trainers and the instructors. Does SOC analysts require coding? No, I doubt. No, you don't. You don't require coding. But I think you should have some basic. So now, coding is not one of the necessities for cybersecurity. It's just if you want to go into web app testing, there's what we call web app testing. If you go to web app or DevOps, that's when you now need to know coding. But having a basic knowledge of coding will really pay you. It will be amazing. It's just basic. You don't need to go to the most sophisticated coding. And one of the beautiful things is that whatever you want to do today is on the internet. Whatever code you want to write, somebody have written those codes before. It's just your own is just to go and copy and paste. No code you are looking for this life that is not there. So you have to go and look for it. Forensic, I can't tell. Yeah, OAuth 10, all those things you just okay, I think network has happened. Okay, I'm still here. All right, how to become a cybersecurity professional? This is the right step to become a cybersecurity professional. You are just taking the right step. Through webinar, you can, one of the basic steps is to have a degree in cybersecurity. But if that is not visible, you can get a cybersecurity, you can become a professional through webinar like this, bootcamp like this as well. YouTube is one of the great tutors of life. Go to YouTube, check YouTube. You have a lot of information. Most of the people that are even studying cybersecurity in school, most of the things that they teach them, most of their lecturers get it from YouTube. So lecturers get it online. So it's just that the trainer are in a better position to now explain this thing to you more than you explain it to yourself. But if you can sit your ass down, learn things, YouTube is one of the best teacher you can get. And there are some fantastic people on YouTube that can teach you so well. So you start as an IT with an IT role, look for internship. Once you're done, once you start, immediately start looking for IT internship. We'll send out an internship with what they call these guys again, Forage, the forage.com. We will send out the form this night, so you can start applying for virtual internship. Start virtual internship. Post those your virtual internship certificate, what you did, add them to your CV. They will give you simulations to do, add them to your CV. If they are technical, you have a lot of things to do. Begin to post about these things, post about what you read, what you did today. Begin to write about it. Those are the ways you can be able to now build up a work portfolio for yourself and start applying for internship. Once you start getting internship, begin to apply for entry-level jobs. Bam, you are in, and then begin to apply for certification courses. As you begin to make your way up, your money keeps increasing, your value keeps increasing, and then that brings us to the roles and responsibilities of cybersecurity professionals. These guys, there are different roles, and then there are different responsibilities for them anyway. One of the responsibilities is to manage softwares of organization. You install and manage and update softwares on all the systems and network. There are organizations that will tell you that as long as you are in that organization, you cannot install your software by yourself. You meet the IT guys. Excuse me, sorry. You meet the IT guys to install your softwares for you. They monitor networks, they monitor all networks to stay informed of activity taking place within the network and identify negative activity in incoming code and respond to them accordingly. They develop security plans, like the Chelsea guy. You develop security plans, how to respond to attack if an attack happens at all, how to respond to it. You develop it, you do that. That's one of your work. Then reporting skill is one of the skills you need to have in this cyber security, because you write a lot of report. I don't tell you for report. You will write report. You will write report. You will write report. That one is, I'm telling you, you write report. If you are scared of report, go and start taking courses in reporting. And then research. Research is one of the basic thing you need to have, again, basic skill, what of a responsibility. Because like I always say this, that 99% of your skill in cybersecurity is your ability to get solution to problem. So not knowing the problem is your ability to get solution to the problem. Knowing how to find solution, not knowing the solution. You don't need to know the solution, just know how to get the solution. For instance, a network is down. How do I bring up the network? Is not knowing how to bring out the network. How do I bring up the network? Where do I look forward to? Where do I look for how to get to bring out the network? What search engines should I use? What are the search words should I put on YouTube? Those are the basic to successful cybersecurity professional. You do not necessarily need to know how to bring up a network to become a cybersecurity professional. Most of the challenges you will face, you will never have faced them before. You will be facing those challenges that day. And your ability to now provide solution to those challenges makes you a professional in this field, not your ability to know the solution. Now, there is a problem. How do I get a solution? How do I do it? That's your research skill. I will advise that everybody go and look up Google research. It's either Google research or Google search. It's a course on Udemy. Google search or Google research. Check it up on Udemy. Take that course. That course will help you on how to search, like how to search, keywords to use to get searches done. We can search for the same thing now. We can literally be looking for a solution to a problem, and I will get the solution and you will not, because of our abilities to search whatever. Our time is fast spent. I'll try and rush now. So important skill for cybersecurity: scripting, hacking, networking, operating system, research, communication, analytical skills, and critique. These are the basic skills you need to have. One of analytical skills and communication skills. Oh, wow, my voice is breaking. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Is it better now? My voice is better now?
I can hear
Yes,
you.
it's better now.
Okay, thank you. All right. So algorithm, Ali Isa sent a message yesterday after the training. He said he forgot to say something, and which I think I want to read now. Let me just continue then. Networking, you need to have basic knowledge of networking. While you are in this cybersecurity, please look out for networking. Look out for networking is one of the basics. Once you know networking, you don't have any other issue. If you want to be a cybersecurity researcher, or you want to be a cybersecurity instructor, you need to know networking. You need to have basic knowledge of networking. It is very important. I mean, you cannot protect what you do not know. You can only protect what you know. So for communication, Ali sent the message yesterday. He said attitude and something I forgot to talk about. Attitude and people skills matter a lot. You can teach technical skills to someone with a good attitude, but you can't teach attitude to someone with a technical skills but has a bad attitude. I take that again. You can teach technical skills to someone with a good attitude, but you can't teach attitude to someone with technical skills but has a bad attitude. Security functions within organizations. Security functions within organizations interact with different teams, so communication skills is very important. So you will have to interact with different departments, different organizations, different personality. So your communication skill is very important. You need to work on your communication skill, know how to talk to people, know how to respond. It is very important. Your analytical skills, how to analyze issues, how to analyze things, how to work on your tools. It is very important. As a cybersecurity person, you have to work under pressure. You have to. It is very important, because if there is an issue and you are there, you have to work under pressure. No story, you have to work under pressure. Then critique, you have to have good sense of critique. You have to criticize positively with an open mind. Scripting, that's just what we are talking about, coding and the rest. So you have to script. For instance, you have to be a bug hunter, web app developer, web app security personnel, or you want to be a hacker. You need to have a basic knowledge of scripting. Yeah. Now, one of the things that inform our journey in cybersecurity is the money. A lot of us, most times, is the money. So cybersecurity professional salary is one of the biggest in the world, and it depends on a range of various factors, including experience, qualifications, skills, sector, and locations. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average salary of a cybersecurity analyst. Yes, I've explained it already. It's almost everything I explained there. That's why I skipped it. So, sorry, where was I? The average salary of a cybersecurity analyst is ranged at $99,734,000 per year. Those are the highest 10%. Those are the Okay, so those are the higher 10% rather earn more than $58,000 per year, and those are the lowest 10% earn about $57,000 per year. So now it is very lucrative, but you have to start from somewhere. This is a very lucrative career path. If you start from somewhere today, you are opportunity to work with an organization. You start earning big, and most times it's in dollar because you might be working with organizations that understand the value and they pay very well. So you can see somebody going home a year with over $158,000. Calculate that. Use your calculator with the present dollar rate. You understand? So it is very lucrative industry. So please, what's the difference between, my name is Leo actually, so use Leo next time. What's the difference between pen tester and a bug hunter? So a pen tester is contracted by the organization to come and test their network. A bug hunter just necessarily go to the website and start testing out. Without them, nobody had a bug hunter. So when he sees a bug, he now reports it. But a pen tester is hired. He's paid ahead of time. Like they have a contract. They have a contract. There's what rule of engagement. Yeah, they have rule of engagement where a penetration tester can go and
Sorry. Speaking already, I forgot that my mic was muted. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, welcome back.
Okay. All right. So, bug hunter, like I said, they just go to which your explanation, bug hunters are not employees of the organization. My questions are, who pay the bug hunters? How do they decide how much they will pay them? And who will they report it? Okay, so bug hunters, they are not hired. So they just look out for organizations that have, they can write a mail to the organizations. Maybe the bodies that you can report bug to, but Nigeria, the company cannot decide to appreciate you. They call the shot. But for a penetration tester, you have the ability to negotiate your price. You can negotiate your price. Like, this is what I want. And if it doesn't work for you, everybody can just go their own way, and find their level. So that's the difference between bug hunters and so now we start certified network associate security and the rest of it, but CCNA is very strict. All right, I'm very sorry about that. I know this has become so tiring and boring right now, but we'll try and round up the class now. We're just a few minutes away, and I'm almost done. So like I was saying, I hope everyone can hear me, right?
Yeah, welcome back.
Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, very clear now.
So, certified network associate is for networking, and then having this certification can help you work as a network engineer, and then help you gain some necessary entry level access into jobs for cybersecurity, entry level jobs rather. So yeah, like I was saying, I was advising if you have not registered for the certified in cybersecurity by IIC Squared, you can go ahead and try and see if there is a date open in Lagos or any location that you're in, so that you can have that certificate as well. It's a very prominent certificate, and then it will come in handy for you as an entry level personnel in cybersecurity, because you can get entry level job with it. So another certificate is certified Information System Auditor, CISA. It's very prominent as well. You need this certificate as well. Then there is Certified Information System Security Professional. For this one, you need some level of experience. You need some years in cybersecurity before you get this. I can't remember. I can't remember how long you need to stay before you get this. I think 2 or 3 years as a cybersecurity professional before you get this level of certificate. And then another one is the first certificate name. Okay, CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Associate, CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Associate. So, and the last one is Certified Ethical Hacker, CEH. So once you get this one, and then you need some level of experience as well. You need to have stayed in this in the industry for a while before you're able to get this certification as well. So with this, I've come to the end of my presentation slide tonight. Thank you very much for joining. One of the things I want to admonish us about is that as you further in this journey as a cybersecurity expert, please fasten your seatbelt. It's not going to be rosy. It's not going to be easy. I'm preparing you ahead of time. So you see a lot of people, they say they are depressed and the rest. It's because their expectations rather are not met. I want to assure you that if you have God on your side and believe in God, let God be your ultimate reason why you're doing this, not the money, because the money will not come now. It will not come in 3 months' time. That is just the simple truth. You might not get your first job till next year. These are the basic truth. You can say God forbid. You can say I'm pessimistic or whatever you want to say, but that's just the basic truth. Though as a community, we are trying to work against this. We are trying to bridge the gap to make sure that practitioners or entry-level practitioners are able to get necessary hands-on entry-level jobs from the on-go. That is what, and the internships and the rest. That's what we are trying to work on as a community. But we have not gotten there yet. We are trying to work on that as hard as we can, and we're trying to partner with a lot of organizations to be able to achieve it. But for the time being, make up your mind that you are in this for a long term, not a short term. You can't start cashing out immediately. So put your mind at it. Work so hard. Attend boot camps. Look out for trainings. Watch YouTube videos. Fasten your seatbelt. Most of the things you want to see, most of the things I mentioned today, read on them, look out for, ask challenging questions, ask tough questions, ask me questions that I'll tell you that, okay, please, can I get back to you on this question? Let me go and ask people that are senior to me again. So, ask challenging questions, read. Don't just boss to people and go and say, I want you to be my mentor, and then you have not done anything. Please try. And read up on articles, read up cybersecurity engagement articles, read up cybersecurity books, and so that when you want to speak with even someone you want to be a mentor to you, you can have something to tell them. Start writing your Medium blog. If you are a writer, start writing. It's never too early to start. I think I started this community at the very first month when I started cybersecurity, and here we are today. So it's not about how long you've been here. Start writing. If you're a writer, start writing about cybersecurity. You are never too late, and you see that it's not where you are today that you'll be tomorrow. So you see that there is growth with it. Confidence, Stavely, CyberSec Foundation, was saying something to me the other day. She said she remember how I started with just a tweet and we're here today. So people are watching. So keep doing you, keep striving hard, and then the sky, they say, is our flying point. It's not the limit, it's not the highest, it's our starting point. And congratulations, you've taken the first bold step, and turning back is not an option. We are here to help each other. If you have any challenge, reach out to any of the admins. Reach out to me. My DMs is open. My DM is always open, though apart from midnight. But my DM is always open. You can always send me messages. We will always figure it out. And then attendance has been sent. If you have filled the attendance, you don't need to fill it again. So thank you. Please send your
have a question before you go.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, please. I was just gonna appeal to you. I'm guessing that's just how it is. But is it possible to please slow down when you're teaching? It seemed a little rushed. And like I said, I don't know, maybe that's just your manner of teaching, but considering that this group is pretty much
beginners. Yeah,
but many of us are beginners and we would like to, kind of assimilate what you're saying, but it seemed a little rushed today. And I'm just appealing to you to kindly slow down so we can kind of grasp what you're saying. And then I know that network messed up a lot today, but we're gonna always go past the time scheduled.
Okay, no, so the time schedule is supposed to be 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes for training, and then 30 minutes for questions. But today network messed up, that's why we stayed this long. But for the technical classes, like I said yesterday, the technical classes, we cannot just stay on 2 hours because most times, like if we have network issues like this again, they might have to spill over. And then if there are places where some persons did not understand what was taught during the course of training, we admonish our facilitators to make sure that everybody understands. So I'm sure they want everybody to understand and be able to do what they taught, everybody to practicalize it. So they might ask a few persons to share their screen and then help them out. So that might take a bit longer than this theoretical part that I just skimmed through. So that is the difference. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Sorry, because the email that I got says 1 hour for class and then 30 minutes for questions. That's why
I'm sorry. That's an omission. That's an omission. It's actually 2 hours. That's an omission. We'll control that. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Well, thank you very much. It was very educated.
I'm grateful. Thank you. All right, Chukwebuka Obina, please ask your question. Before you go ahead, Chukwebuka, please, the attendance, if you fill the attendance form, you don't need to fill it again. Esther, having to fill the attendance, if you have filled the attendance form, you don't need to fill it again. Please, you don't need to, it's just once. All right, Obina, please go ahead and ask your question.
Attendance is not again.
Please, can you raise your hand before you talk?
I can't hear you. Please, actually, the attendance. Okay, let me see if I can work on it from my end. Are the admins here? Please, can the admins work on that? Is any of the admins here?
Yes, I'm here. What do you need? What do you need?
The attendance is not collecting. It's not allowing response again.
Okay, just hold on.
Okay, it has been done. I've opened it. I've opened it. It's open now.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Chukwebuka. I think that is sorted, right? I've answered your question.
I've not asked my question. I've not asked.
Okay, please go ahead.
So, is there any way we can have access to the notes?
Of course, you can. You will. You will have access to the recording and the slide. I'll send the slide out. We'll send it via our email address. Just the same way you got yesterday's, you got today as well.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. God bless. God bless. Remain blessed.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Any other question? All right, Chukwebuka, please, you can put down your hand. Any other question? All right. In the absence of no question, thank you very much for joining this training tonight. I want to admonish you to go on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn. Please post, mention us, mention CyberSec Haven, mention Leo_documentary, tag us to all your posts. Please write out what struck you during the training. And that's one of the best way you can learn. And again, let me be sincere with you. That is one of our payments. That is the payments we give to our facilitators and the the community at large, because I think this is one of the ways you can just pay us by saying thank you. So it gives us more visibility, and then everybody can now see that what we're doing. Please write out what struck you on your Twitter handle and LinkedIn, and please tag us at Leo_documentary, and on LinkedIn, Leonard Ikejuba. Thank you very much. Have a blessed evening and enjoy the remaining part of your night. For those outside the country that their time zone is midnight, we are sorry for taking you through this rigorous training. We are very sorry. We are sincerely sorry. Have a blessed night's rest, and see you next in class. And let's go to the group and talk about what we learned actually, and then on our Twitter handle as well. And I'm engaging you all on Twitter. So tweet at me and I'll respond. Thank you very much. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Leo. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Thank you, Leo.
Yeah, thank you.